Yo, what's going on? This is how you warp like ill gates. So I'm working on a project right now, and the master tempo, as you can see up here on the top left, is 130. And what I want to do is I want to drop in this track here. My first track is already automatically at 130, so we're all good. What I want to do is figure out how to make this one play at 130. So if I look at my iTunes, you can see that there is a tempo marking of 126, which I got from BEA Tunes. If you use BEA Tunes, great utility, which actually will extract the BPMs and the key signatures from all of your songs in a relatively accurate setting and relatively pain-free. It's kind of click and go, point and click. So what I would do here, the first thing you want to do is identify where the very first beat of the very first measure is. Now, if you listen to this song, it fades in, so you can't really tell where the beat is. So what I would do is I'll play it back and find where I really know where there's the very first beat. Boom. Right there, right? So let's double click on the waveform so we can take a look. First thing we want to do is hit the warp key, and then since our iTunes said that this track was 126 BPM, let's hit 126. Boom. I have my C key already pre-mapped to our click track, so I can turn that on and off with the push of a button. So here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to check out this song. We said that we think that the downbeat looks like it's right here. So what I'll do is I'll control click or right click if you have a right click set up on your mouse and hit set 1.1.1 here. Now if you haven't warped already and set your tempo, then that option is not going to be there. So make sure that you warp and do your BPM marking first. Then what you're going to do, I like to use Complex Pro and bring the performance and the envelope all the way down. I think that it seems to be the most universal setting for the highest quality, fidelity right off the bat. You can always adjust it if it doesn't quite sound right, but that seems to work for me each time. All right, so then, now we've got our 1, but we want to be able to specify where the beginning of the song starts. So to me it looks like it starts right here, which is actually -1. So if we move this marker back, or we could just come over to our bar markers, or our bar, whatever you call this thing, and you type in -1, then you'd have your exact one measure, right? And you would, when you start the track, you know that you would be starting right on the click. I'll enable the click track. I play it right back from the beginning. And we hear, give me a second here, should be able to hear the click track and the track together. Pretty good, right? So what we do also next is we check the very back end of the track. This is the way that Ill Gates does stuff and warps, because it's a lot quicker than going forwards through and trying to move all your downbeats. What you do is you go all the way to the end of the track and you check out your song, and you wait and you look for the very last downbeat of the song, and you'll put a marker there. So for our purposes, let's take a look at this. 2, 3, 2, 3. Oops, what happened here? Let's see, why is it jumping back? Oh, because I have a loop. Sorry about that. I had a loop enabled here, so I'll take that out. So let's take a look at the very end. Looks like the downbeat is that giant laser. And let's take a look here. Does the laser start right on? Let's take off our quantization so we could start it wherever we want. Looks like it's right on this transient here. So this track is already pretty accurately warped to 126. So that means that BEA Tunes has done a great job of actually extracting this. Some other times you'll actually see that the downbeat is somewhere else, and what you'll do is you'll put this marker here, and then you would actually slide it forward or backward depending on whether or not the track is too fast for the click or it's too slow for the click. Right? If the click is going faster than your track, then that means that your track is going to slow, and you would grab this last marker and you would basically drag it to the left and speed up your track. Now if you take a look over here in the BPM section in the warping, as I move it left, I'm actually speeding up the track because the entire total amount of time that the track is playing is actually decreasing, right? So I could decrease it all the way so that the whole track would play in just a few seconds, right? Or all the way to the point where it takes 20 minutes for this track to play. So I'll undo that. Seems like our track is ready and warped, so let's check it out. Let's go back and play it from the very beginning of the song. And here we go. Boom. Actually we're a little bit off now, so let's take a look. That's because, look at what I did over here. I had my BPM at 123, we needed to be at 126. So I'll undo a couple of those movements, and I'll move it back to where we were, at 126. Go back and double check, and we should be right on. Check the middle of the song. Looks pretty good to me. So I'm Daniel Young, Life After Dark Studio. This is warping in the ill Gates style. See you later. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you later. Let me know if you need any help with anything else Ableton related. Have fun.